Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Will Knight. So every year there's a movie that comes out that really splits the critic audience. Either they lean heavily on the side of liking it or they lean heavily on the side of not liking it. What you're about to see is that movie. Now, I want to go through and say that JT and I did a review of this movie last night and we are sticking with our reviews. I will say that after we finished the review, we were up till like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, going back and forth talking about it. And if you've seen the movie, you might know where I'm going with this, but it might not be in the way that you think. Essentially, we think that our reviews stand, but that we also didn't talk about like some of the deeper things that were going on in the movie. So I'm gonna show you guys the review that we did last night, and then I'm gonna come back and tie in like one little note or one little thing that you should know before going to see this movie for sure. That way you guys can get more of a feel about what you're going to go see. But yeah, without further ado, cue the intro. So what happens when you're in a house with your significant other and they just invite random strangers up in your house?
Don't even listen, don't even care.
And you have like a magical connection to your house, but your house is also you. And yeah, I don't understand this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and just clear the air right now. This movie is too smart for me.
And me as well.
I am sure that there's some like top tier level explanation of what goes on in this movie.
I sure hope so.
I'm sure that there is some over the top directorial, this is the next grade of cinema evolution, but I can't find none of that crap online. So what I'm about to do right now is just rave about how confusing this crap is. You know what? Looking over this thing, there were a few things that people said they really liked about this movie. And I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the way right now. So people said that the acting was there. Javier Bardem and Jennifer Lawrence, they brought their A games to this because they definitely worked with nothing and turned these scenes into something. So I'm gonna give them that. Some people said that the cinematography was on point. Now I give them that. It looked pretty in a bunch of shots.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people said that the directing was good, which I have to say, sure, because it looked like there was nothing.
No.
All right, y'all got it. If you're very artistic and into film, then those are the highlights. Is there anything else? Did I forget anything else? Because everything else I'm about to say is going to be the complete 180 of this mess.
180 it. Let's do it.
All right, cool. That's it. That's the only good things that we liked about this. In all fairness, those are some good key points. This was...
You can't say anything, can you?
No, I can't say anything because I don't know what to say. This movie doesn't have anything in it to where I can directly say this happened because of this. This happened because it's quite literally.
Well, I can't find anything, man. Like I was with you when seeing the movie. There's nothing. I can't. It's not like I never went to a movie where I was point blank had nothing to say about it.
It's just
you can see it on TV, but when you go to the theaters, you're supposed to at least be like, okay, say something. I can't think of one. I really can't think of anything to say. I'm speechless, but not in a good way. That's what I have to say to it, because like, listen, this movie mixes some things that could have been realistic with some things that are clearly artistic with some things that are clearly fantastical. That the best way? Is that Is that fair? It's
made
too
you
much.
couldn't feel anything.
Exactly. Now I can't say that. I can't say that. There were moments in there where we felt something. We did react to stuff.
Okay.
Okay. I will give you this. Nothing stuck with me because it just felt chaotic and odd. It got emotions from me. I will give you that. But I wasn't like swayed by the emotions. I wasn't motivated by them. I was kind of like shock factor stuff. I saw it and then immediately it was like, okay, that's over. Now all this randomness is happening. Okay, another thing's happening. I'm not necessarily shocked that this happened to you. I'm just shocked that this is where we progressed when 5 minutes ago, this was just about strangers being in the house. This movie is 121 minutes long. And I thought I was in there for 3 hours.
I felt like that too, man.
I was waiting for when we were supposed to fade to black. Because there are a few, it's not even like a few, I can't even say that. It's not even like there were a couple of times in the movie where it felt like it should. It just progressed for so long that I thought it was supposed to be over. No, it's a crap fest to me. I'm angry at the fact that there is clearly something here. No, there's clearly like 3 things here. 3 separate movies I feel like got put into one. These 3 elements are in this movie somewhere. And they could have picked one and ran with it. But they did not. So I'm giving it a crap fest.
Like, is there anything lower than a crap fest?
Abysmal.
Abysmal?
Are we making? Oh, yes.
Abysmal!
We haven't had to use it yet, but
I'm using it tonight.
All right, well.
Oh, all right. So yeah, that was our review of Mother. We are sticking with the ratings that we gave it. But what I want to do right now is talk to you about one very crucial element about Mother that we said that we missed, but after like talking back and forth, we realized we didn't necessarily miss it. We just didn't agree with how they did it. And yeah, here it goes. So the movie is very symbolical. It's like one huge artistic metaphor for a very popular thing that's out there. I can't necessarily say without spoiling it, and there's really no way not to see what they're trying to do within the movie. I will say that. It's kind of impossible for you not to see it unless you've never heard of this thing, in which case I don't know where you've been. But yeah, there's really no way that you can't see what they're trying to do. Now, I will say that I don't think they did it well enough to validate this movie getting the praise that it's getting. I think that it's very interesting that they tried it this way, and I think that it's a good artistic take to have, but I think that in their search of trying to do a lot of symbolism in the movie, that it doesn't really give you a strong enough takeaway that makes all that symbolism worth it, if that makes sense. That's the best way that I can explain it without going into spoilers. If you guys really want us to do like a spoiler review of Mother, talk to us, leave a comment down below, and we might be able to make that, because this is definitely the movie this year to try and do like multiple things of. Yeah, it's kind of this artistic reimagining that builds and builds and builds, and it's this one huge metaphor, and that's all well and good, but at the same time, I don't think that it gives you a solid enough message or a solid enough takeaway that you actually walk out of the movie feeling like you learned something. I feel like I just saw something, and I think that that's cool, but at the same time, I don't really think that it builds upon anything for me personally. There are so many types of film critics that are going to say that this movie is amazing, and hey, they're the type of people that like this type of stuff. For the casual goer, I don't necessarily think that it's going to be that way, but hey, it's out there, and it's definitely intriguing. But yeah, I'm gonna click on back into the review last night in just 1 second. But there's one thing that I forgot to do in that review, and that was tell you that you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PlusU Fused or PlusU Productions. That way you can send us a little bit of feedback on all of our social media platforms, and you can keep up to date with some of the stuff that we're going to do. And we're going to start communicating more with you guys in the audience so that we can get some more stuff out there about what you want to see. Anyway, let's get back to the review last night.
Thank y'all for watching. If you have a comment that you would like to say about the movie, if you liked our review, leave a like and a comment down below, letting us know whatever is going on in your heads. And then please be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can become an agent in the PlusU Brigade.
Yes.
And help light the fuse on the content you want to see. I'm Will Knight.
I'm JT Wolf.
Be brave, be bold, be you. And hopefully we will be in your future, and hopefully Mother will never be in our future again. I can't take that less.
I can't.
Just